Crime and Punishment Essay. Essay on Crime and Punishment for Students and Children in English. Fyodor Dostoevsky is a Russian writer who is considered one of the most incredible psychologists in the literature across the world. He has always used his talents in literature to discover the vague and complex parts of human nature. His novels are known to be created with an intense relation towards the human soul that is stated to be mysterious. His novels are an excellent psychological analysis example of the darkest thoughts, ideas and problems. The widely popular Crime and Punishment showcases a poor ex-student, Raskolnikov, involved in the premeditated murder of an old and rich pawnbroker. He justified his action by claiming it was for the betterment and universal justice. Although, despite his extremely high goals, Raskolnikov underwent mental and conscience torment for a huge amount of time before he finally decided to own up to his crimes and confess. One of the primary themes of the entire novel, Crime and Punishment, is confession, since this is the most vital part of the novel that showcases some differences in the physical and mental state of Raskolnikov. Besides, it was not a new addition to the literature genre. It began in the early periods such as 400 AD with the St. Augustine Confessions. The genres similar to that of this novel gained immense popularity during the 19th century in Europe. This genre has been used by most popular writers like Jean-Jacques in the 18th century. Strangely enough, Dostoevsky continuously mentioned the Confession of Rousseau, debating on the genre clarification of the latter. In the old times, the confessional genre has been known as a type of narrative where the confessor narrates the secret crimes committed in the past or sin and the rebirth and reform that led to depression and compensation through constant suffering. Moreover, at the beginning of the novel, Raskolnikov decided to murder Alyona Ivanova, a moneylender. He solely believed moneylenders to be cruel and thus thought to have committed a heroic deed. He also thought that murdering a moneylender will help him to gain forgiveness for his 40 sins. The ruthless punishment that is described in the novel is the guilt that is felt by Raskolnikov after the committed sin. However, his sensibilities are recognized throughout the novel. Besides, he stresses the sins of 19th century Russia along with his sins. In the entire novel, Raskolnikov's growth has been praised, especially his ability to own his sins and wrong beliefs. In the ending part of the novel, Raskolnikov decides to confess and accept his sins. He did not receive any brutal punishment for the crime committed. However, his guilt was considered the cruelest punishment or torment one can go through. Raskolnikov finally becomes successful at obtaining his faith through a tough challenge and struggle from his pessimism, despair, nihilism, and disbelief. The love and the ability to accept his wrongdoing showcase the rewards he obtained for his acceptance and virtue.